Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about who is your travel blog for. Now, if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Stephanie Craig. I'm a full-time travel blogger and travel blogging mentor. And one of the biggest questions, or one of the biggest misconceptions that I see travel bloggers make in the beginning, myself included, is they write their travel blog for the wrong audience. Now, when I say audience, I mean, if you put up a post and your post is really self-serving and it's just your experience somewhere without really any useful information or tips, and it's just, your day-to-day, on a travel blog, that is very selfish. It's selfish content. I think that Gary Vaynerchuk once said that if someone goes to Hawaii and puts up a video of how cool their life was in Hawaii, that's selfish content as opposed to providing any value to the watcher, or in this case, the reader. So if you're creating a travel blog, you need to decide for yourself, okay, is my travel blog for me? Are the posts really going to be a recollection of my experiences and photographs of me doing things? In which case, if the primary audience is you could just, you don't need to put it on the internet. You could just, keep it on your laptop as a diary. But if the primary audience is you, that's cool. Then that kind of content is good content. But if the primary audience isn't you, if the primary audience is somebody else, then you need to decide, okay, I want my content to serve other people. And there are a couple ways my content can do that. And so I need to pick which one I want to go with. So your content can serve people by entertaining them. Some of my favorite travel bloggers tell hilarious stories. And so even though their post might be all about like their particular day in Fiji and not really include any helpful information about Fiji at all, the story is so funny that I want to read it and I want to come back to them time and time again, because even though they wrote about their day, they wrote it with me, the audience, in mind. Another thing that travel bloggers can do to serve their audience is write information that will be helpful. So maybe you write about your day in Fiji, but you include things like, I wish I had known, here are some tips that we figured out. Like, here are 5 things that we did, but here are 3 things that I didn't do, but the hotel suggested that I do them and they sounded really cool. And if I went back, I probably would do them. So here, I want you to know about them. If your reader matters to you, then you need to be helping them or entertaining them in some way. Now, different ways to help them. You could help them plan their day by creating an itinerary of a place that you know very well. You could help them by helping them know, make sure to pack jellies because the beach is really rocky, or make sure to bring bug spray because this part of the world is very buggy, but bug spray happens to be priced here about 2 times what you pay back home. Information that could be helpful could be like, I stayed in this hotel, but here's another hotel that I think looks equally good. And I didn't stay there, but if this first hotel is sold out or doesn't work for some reason and you want a different hotel budget, here's another option. So by providing information outside of the scope of what you actually did because you do the research and you're a travel expert and you give more, that can really help your readers. So when you do the entertainment route, you tend to get subscribers. If you were doing like a travel blog, they'd be or a travel vlog, they'd be subscribers. Or you get like repeat readers, like some of my favorite travel writers, like I go check out their website or I follow them on social, and if they post an essay, I'll check it out. But if you want to do information-based guidebook style helping people tend to find that information via search engine optimization or via Pinterest, which Pinterest is just a visual search engine. Because I want you to think about it. If I follow a blogger who's traveling all over the world on social media and they publish like a 3-day itinerary for Beijing, well, I'm not about to go to Beijing. And maybe I'll remember it and then go back to their website later and take a look, but it's doubtful. Like, that's unlikely. So instead, it tends to be people who are like about to go to Beijing who find that information and find it helpful. So if you're a blogger who's trying to mainly do really informational, helpful things, and you write about a really broad part of the world, you write about like everything, then people probably aren't going to follow your journey closely on your blog. They're much more likely to be interested in your social media content, where they can kind of follow along and be entertained and wowed by your photos, but they're less likely to care about each individual article because it doesn't apply to them. Now, if you write about one specific part of the world and everybody in your social media audience is also there, so let's say you had a blog just about Iowa and everyone who followed it lived in Iowa, well, then they might be more interested in each individual post because it's possible that they're going to go to Des Moines. It's possible they're going to go to Sioux City. Whereas, so if you do like a local or a regional blog, it's more likely that social media people will also be interested in that informational post that you put out. But if you're just a blogger who travels all over the world, you don't really have a particular style, it's unlikely people are going to care about your journey from place to place if you're giving out the kind of information that would help someone plan a trip. And if you're going to be entertaining, you better be the best, funniest, most well thought out, most well-spoken writer, because that space is just very filled. I can think of 10 writers already that I follow, and it's like, if I'm going to add you to the list of people that I follow based on your entertainment value, like that's a very, it's very saturated. So it's not that you shouldn't do that. If that's what you want to do, definitely do it. And I think people who do that, who tend to have a video component, I think it's easier. But if you're serving your audience, you need to think about, okay, how am I going to serve them? How are they going to find me? And who is it going to be? Is my audience primarily going to be the people that follow me on social? Are they going to be my readers? Or are readers going to be people planning specific trips? And when you're looking for readers, it's okay if those groups are different. Like a lot of people, those groups are different, especially if your website covers just a whole big territory in the world, because most people are not as equally interested in a Beijing itinerary as a Rome itinerary. They just aren't. So if you post both of those in the same year, it's unlikely that those people will be following you. And who wants to read? Nobody wants to read your itinerary unless they're actually planning a trip. But your itinerary is really valuable if you do it in a way that people can find it. And people who find it are actually people planning a trip to Beijing or to Rome or whatever. So just keep that in mind. If you're writing only for you, then you can keep your content short to just, this is what I did today and it was really fun and this are my experiences. But if you're writing for other people, you need to provide them value. And if you're going to be entertaining, then you need to be really entertaining if you want to stand out. And if you're going to provide value in like a guidebook style, then people need to be able to find you. So you need to be good at like search engine optimization and Pinterest. And link in the description to Make Traffic Happen, which is how I learned search engine optimization. But yeah, so we're going to keep this one short. I know that I'm trying to do 2 videos a week. This week I only ended up doing 1. It was crazy. And in like a month, I'll end up sharing with you guys what happened this week that made it so that this week was so crazy. And then also I'm very excited now that I've done a few videos, and I know this is something I really do want to have as part of my business and I just enjoy it. I bought a new camera. So next week that'll be here and I'll show you guys my new camera. And I think the camera will be really good for both, talking head YouTube videos, but also vlogs, because I haven't done like travel videos since 2017, not really. And I really would like to bring them back. I enjoyed doing them. When I did them, they just became kind of time consuming. But now I want to bring that back so that I'm doing travel videos when I go places, especially because we're going to be traveling with the baby, which you guys met on the last video. So I want my travel to have more of a documentary style for at least for our family, and put those on videos and have those be on YouTube in a way that hopefully entertains and helps people plan their trips. But then the website will still just be, here's the information you need to plan your trip. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm supposed to get the new camera on Wednesday. So my guess is, and actually I ordered 2 new cameras and I'm going to share both. One of them is for this channel, but the other one is for getting B-roll for the new vlog, and I'm really excited about it. So I'll share those. So what we're going to do is, today's Friday. That's the only video that's coming out this week. I do apologize. Next week, both of those cameras are supposed to arrive on Wednesday, and I won't have enough time to shoot with them and test them out and do a real review of how I like them and how I think they'll fit into my travel blogger life. by next week. So I'll probably film those videos, but put them out the week after next. So I don't know what the topics are going to be next week, but this should be the second to last video shot on my Samsung cell phone. And then after that, we should hear a noticeable increase in quality, especially in audio, which I'm really excited about. And so next week, I want to do some analytics videos, but I just don't feel like I'm ready to film them until I have the better equipment. So the first video next week will probably be another video like this on a topic. And then once I get the new equipment and I can do a little bit more and a little bit better, then we'll start to roll out. I have like 25 topics pulled, and I've just literally been waiting until I have equipment that I feel like is up to the task of doing those better videos. And yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on selfish content and deciding who your audience is. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more travel blogging tips, tricks, monetization, and how-tos, then subscribe and set the notification bell, because lots and lots and lots of good content will be coming out every week. I have so many great ideas, and I can't wait till the equipment is the level that matches the ideas. So thanks for watching.